Yo guys, what's going on? Ace is here today with another video. In today's video, we are once again covering the day before. It seems like a lot of people want to be up to date about this title, and it seems like Fantastic doesn't want you to be up to date with this title. So I'm kind of seeing a trend where a lot of players are a little worried about the day before, and I want to compare it to Fantastic's latest title they released on December 1st, 2021, Prop Night, because I found something that was a little interesting to me personally, and it didn't really add up. Guys, do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on this video, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want more the day before content. Let's hop into it. So we're going to move over to the Steam page here, and we are on the Prop Night screen. We're going to kind of go over a bunch of different factors. We're going to talk about the reviews and the amount of income they might have made from said reviews. And we're also going to look at some player counts, and we're going to look at the updates from the developer. Fantastic. The same developer that's creating the day before. So let's head in down here to the recent events and announcements. So we're going to view all. And in here, I found some pretty interesting information, being that this game is pretty constantly updated, which you might think that's a good thing. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it is, and I will explain why, but I want you to see that they are doing pretty frequent updates and a lot with the game. I mean, they are genuinely keeping up to date, have a lot of posts, and, recently, since September, it looks pretty damn good when it comes to the amount of support that Fantastic is giving to Prop Night. But what's concerning me is if Prop Night is good enough right now to stand on its own 2 feet, and if Fantastic thinks a player base of around 350 players is enough for them to continually update the game, it's a little concerning to me when you have potentially 2 to 3 million people waiting on your next title, that you're still even supporting one that's only supporting about 400 to 500 players. That information is backed up by Steam charts, which we can find right here. Currently in game is 313 players, and its highest peak within 24 hours wasn't even over 600, and its all-time peak was a year ago, and that was not even over 5,000 players. So where are we at with this? What does this mean? Why am I bringing any of this information up? Well, if we come back to the store page here on Prop Night, we can see that the game has roughly 10,000 reviews. Now, to kind of compensate for the amount of sales they've run where the game is 50% off, maybe a bigger discount, maybe a smaller discount, and of course accounting for the reviews that are mixed in that are received product for free and of course product refunded, I want to say about 5,000 people may have spent $20 on this game. It's very close to the all-time peak of about 5,000, and I would assume there wasn't a sale when the game first came out. So this kind of accounts for any of those sales and refunds and product received for free. 5,000 players times $20 is $100,000. Now, $100K, that's not a, huge amount of money, but at the same time, it's a respectable amount of money, especially for a studio that might be a small studio. When we're talking about the day before, though, it's a little bit of a different story. The day before has potentially 2.5 to 3 million wish list. And I've already discussed this in the last video that if we assume that a large percentage of those players are actually purchasing the game at a full retail price of a game of the day before's caliber at around $60, we're talking some significant sales. If just 1.5 million people buy the game at $60, not counting Steam's cut and any other fees and costs, that's $90 million in revenue. Recently, Prop Night has released a supporter pack, which I think is on sale or something, but you can see it here, $8.99, right? There's an $8.99 supporter pack, which came out within the last few months. I'm going to assume that there's only 500,000 people really playing this game, that maybe 10% of them are going to pick that up. So we'll say they made maybe $900 off this supporter pack. Why is Fantastic worried about a little supporter pack on their game Prop Night? Why are they supporting it so hard for such a small amount of money in comparison to what they could sink in more debt, more resources, more assets, instead of hiring unpaid volunteers? That was my last video, a giant red flag about the day before. They are sinking assets into Prop Night right now when they could be sinking assets into something that could make them almost $100 million. Now, I understand there are game studios, companies, developers that aren't money first. They're not business first. They're not profit first. And that's perfectly acceptable. I consider Battlestate Games, the makers of Escape from Tarkov, one of those companies that will never be money first. They care about the game. So when it comes to the day before and a company that really isn't that established, I mean, if you go to Fantastic's developer page, they don't have that many games. And really, it's kind of surprising. You have the Wild 8, another supporter bundle. So that's not even a game. You have Radiant 1, the Wild 8, and Prop Night. And I believe these other two games here, the ones that are available on Steam, aren't that successful. Radiant 1 is like a 30-minute story, and I don't really remember too much about this game. I believe it was the one they sold, and I don't know how they still have... Maybe they bought it back. I don't know. But I believe this was the game they actually sold and abandoned completely. Could be wrong in that. Could have been another title. I've only done so much research on this developer. I haven't done the most in the world. But then you see the day before on here, and it's just like, wow. It's like, damn. There's this game that has Ubisoft and just Division and, you know, these other, like, Days Gone, these third-person games written all over it. And it's like, it's a big jump. It's a very big jump from a 30-minute story to the Wild 8 and then to the day before. So what is my main point here? Why am I dragging this out? Guys, basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that they're supporting this game still when they have something potentially absolutely groundbreaking in the genre that it's aiming at. I mean, when's the last time we've had a good third-person survival zombie shooter? H1Z1 just Survive, which didn't even get support from its development team. So it's just like they have a massive opportunity here. And they're wasting assets and resources on Prop Night for 300 people. 300 people is like a large college classroom. They have over 2 million wish list for the day before. 2 million. That's like populations of states. And they're worried about a college classroom. Do you understand the point I'm trying to make here? Guys, I'm really worried. I'm really worried about the day before, and I think I'm going to make another video about it, talking about the pros and cons if, per se, Ubisoft would purchase the rights to the day before, and we'll kind of talk about that. But right now, I just don't see the day before even coming out. I can't see it right now, and it's really concerning because it has such a phenomenal vision. Guys, I'd love to know your opinions in the comments down below. Hopefully, I expressed what I was trying to say in this video properly. None of my videos are scripted. Everything is off the top of my head. So when I'm, kind of correlating a thought to go with another thought, sometimes I get derailed and we go on a tangent. So hopefully everything made sense. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, sponsor, and equipment description below. It's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm out.